What's up, you guys? This is Rob from Gay Guy Plays, and today on the Daily Grind, we're going to be doing something just a little bit different. Now, a while ago, I talked about the fact that I wanted to go ahead and cover the Nightwave daily and weekly acts and give you guys some strategies on how to take them on, whether they're the most efficient ways to do them or whether they're creative and fun different ways to kind of spice things up so things aren't so boring. So that's what we're going to go ahead and tackle today. In addition to that, if you guys are curious at all, any like friendship missions that we end up getting plopped on top of us, I will be taking on my Tuesday night streams over at twitch.tv/agayguyplays, and those start at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So just in case you wanted to go ahead and join me for those, or just wanted to join the community to do them, because I'm sure there's going to be a decent amount of people in chat that want to knock them out as well, feel free to join in on that, and we can have a little social moment, right? So one of the other things that I wanted to go ahead and kind of tackle / address is any kind of like channel updates or any Q&A things that you guys wanted me to answer or take on, because sometimes I get comments in my comment section that are worth addressing verbally, but not necessarily dedicating an entire video to that. So if you guys are curious or want some feedback on anything, go ahead and toss that down in the comment section below, or in any future videos that I have this upcoming week, just like tag Q&A in it or something, and I'll keep my eyes out for them to see if I can go ahead and incorporate them in. Now, without ado, let's go ahead and jump on in. So with all of these, I want to go ahead and just start off with what all of the challenges are, so you guys can get a little bit of a picture as to what's happening this week. Then on top of that, I'll start going ahead and grouping things together and saying what you can take on together, or you know, what you can make an interesting night of. So let's start things off with Executioner. This one is a daily challenge, so get on this quick. This is kill 10 enemies with finishers. We have Kleptomaniac, which is open 20 lockers. We have Earth Miner, which is mine 6 rare gems in the plains of Eidolon. We have Good Friend, help Clem with his weekly mission. I have not done that in so long, so it's kind of cool to see them reincorporate these things so that we can join some friends that we haven't seen in a while. Saboteur, complete 3 sabotage missions. We have Vault Looter, unlock 4 Orokin vaults. I have some juicy tidbits for that one. These next 3, Venus Bounty Hunter, complete 8 bounties in the Orb Valis. Venus Fisher, catch 6 rare servofish in the Orb Valis. Venus Miner, mine 6 rare gems in the Orb Valis. Ascendant, complete 4 Halls of Ascension in Lua. Oh, I do not want to do this one. And then we have Silence Eliminator, complete an extermination mission with level 30 or higher enemies without being detected. Then we have Sortie Expert, complete 5 sorties. Now I actually want to go ahead and start by addressing this one. We only have 7 days in a week, and that means that we only have 7 sorties you can do. You can miss out on 2. So if you're planning on doing Sortie Expert, you better be on top of it on a daily basis, alright? In fact, we already missed one because this refreshes on Sundays, okay? Get on the Sortie Expert ASAP. Moving along from that one, the next grouping that I wanted to go ahead and take on is Silent Eliminator as well as Executioner. Y'all know me. I'm going to run Loki with this with a little bit of hushed invisibility. And another tip that I kind of want to like put in there a little bit more as well is take off any companions you have. I've had so many times where I'm running around trying to be silent, and one of my companions just runs around, starts murderizing things, and you're like, this is not what I bargained for. So I'm probably going to take Loki with me, probably just like a covert lethality dagger, and then just mow through the rest of the mission using ranged weapons with hushed invisibility, because of the fact that he's invisible and he's also silent at the same time. So that is going to be my way of choice. If you guys have any opinions down below, you can feel free to toss that there as well. The next one I actually think I'm going to make like a night of, like a full-on night of, which is Venus Miner, Venus Fisher, as well as Venus Bounty Hunter. Now, there is nothing better than having like a nice chill night where you're not like really stressed on anything, and because of the fact that this is all kind of, can all be like encapsulated in one singular load screen, like you just load into Venus, grab a bounty, go and do the bounty, go mine some stuff in the meantime while you're there, you can go ahead and knock those out, these 2 at least, out pretty quickly. Or this one and this one. The Venus Fisher you do have to have a little bit of prep for, and I highly suggest going into Fortuna and picking up some Synethid bait. Number 1, it's great to just, you know, have some backup stock for that stuff. So go ahead and pick up some Synethid bait. It's Oh, it's the Biz. Get it from the Biz. He has some there. And then you'll be able to mine that fairly easily from any of the hotspots. There's like a center cave that's pretty good for it. And there's also one cave that's like behindish the spaceport that I really like to go to, so go ahead and check that one out as well. That one usually tends to have a good amount of hotspots. So check these 3 out, and what I would suggest you do, turn on some Netflix on the side, watch Umbrella Academy. If you have not checked it out, go and check it out. There's also another one which is called Ugly Delicious. That's a good Netflix night thing too. Either one of those two, get this done. If you have any further Netflix suggestions, toss that in the comments below as well. Next up, we have Vault Looter. This one is going to give me a little bit of a headache, but I'm pretty sure that we can do this. So, for those of you guys who don't know, there are things called Dragon Keys. In fact, let's go ahead and pull them up real quick. Yes, Nora, we got you, hun. So, these actually come from the Orokin lab in your clan dojo. So, I believe that's like the space rail area. Interesting thing enough, they're pushing you guys to make sure that you're a part of a clan, or at least have access to a dojo. So, So we have the Bleeding Key, Dragon Key, Hobbled Key, whatever the names are. These 4. Now the thing is, usually the way that it was plotted to kind of do all of this was to get 4 people with 4 different keys running the vaults and trying to unlock them. Well, one of the cool ways to do it might be a little bit more difficult if you don't have good amps, is to actually equip all 4 of the Dragon Keys onto your Warframe, which kind of makes your Warframe super uber gimp. But what I would suggest is bringing some good amps and running your ass over to the Derelict and do the Derelict capture. So as you can see here, I got some keys made up. Derelict capture keys. Run your operator. Go in, kill the target, right? After you kill the target, just go ahead and use your operator to zip around, see if you can't find the vault itself, or, you know, let's be honest, just be an Invis Loki and just bullet jump your way through things to see if you can go ahead and find the vault. After that, just go ahead, unlock it, you should be good, and then you can zip on out with your operator or what Warframe you have, because these keys do not affect the operator. So that's a good way to kind of like go ahead and address that and kind of like give yourself a little operator only mission challenge. So test that out and bring your best amps along with you to go ahead and do that. I've got 1,000,000 amps right now, so I don't really know which one I'm going to take, but I might just take my 333 from Cetus, because I like the little Symmetra beam, or the old Symmetra beam, because, you know, they changed her beam and now I feel like, you know, I feel betrayed. So that's definitely a good way to take that on. Or if you wanted to go ahead and bring a team, really what you could do is you could do the Orokin Volts, and then you could do an Orokin Sabotage. So that takes care of your Saboteur as well as your Orokin Volts at the same time, if that is how you're feeling. Now, another one that you will want to take on is the Ascendant Challenge. To be honest with you, the one that I would consistently look for is the Stealth Challenge. This one, listen, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not good with these challenges. There's just too much going on. There's too many things happening at once. So the Stealth Challenge is basically the one with a bunch of blue lasers that you gotta kind of like get through and not be touched. You can use Limbo and his fancy new deluxe skin to go ahead and phase through all of those lasers and not have to deal with any kind of issues whatsoever. But I will leave a link in the description box below to the tests, the different tests on the wiki, so you can kind of figure out which ones you want to use and which ones you can cheese. There is an agility test that can be cheesed by a specific Warframe, but we're not going to name the Trash Queen here. But if you run into the agility test or want to try to run into it, you could potentially use that with a garbage frame that is completely unusable aside from that. Just pointing that out, all right? So look for that link in the description. You'll get some tips on how to take them on. Everything else is pretty straightforward. The Mine 6 Rare Gems in the Plains of Eidolon, there's really no getting around doing that. The Open 20 Lockers you can easily do when you're doing the Sabotage missions, or you can easily do while you're doing the Vault Looters, so you can manage the multiple ones at the same time. Or you can even mix that into your Ascendant Challenge. So this week seems pretty easy, and while it doesn't require you to do anything with friends when you have things like the Ascendant Challenge, because, okay, Stealth Challenge and Agility Challenge, very, very easy to do solo. I'm just giving you the solo deets down here. The Vault Looter, you can also do solo, but secretly they're like be in a clan and also have 3 other friends. Just saying. So you guys should be completely safe there, but hopefully that helps you guys out with how to deal with all of these. Then the last few things that I guess the housekeeping of the day I wanted to go ahead and address. I definitely have a Hildren build video that is going to be coming out. However, I do kind of want to wait to see if DE does any last minute adjustments and whatnot. As you guys know, when it comes to live service games, things can change pretty quickly. So I'm going to give that just a little bit more time. Of course, there's Fashion Frame that should be coming out for both Limbo and Hildren this week as well. And then let me know if you feel like we need a dedicated review for the Tatsu Maki Senpukyaku. I just had to say it. Sorry. I'm a Street Fighter fanatic. Ryu was a hottie. Just saying that. But yeah, let me know about that, because as many of you guys know, I feel like it's kind of mediocre. Regardless, that about does it for me for now. Let me know if this helped you out in any way, shape, or form, or if you have any suggestions as to how I can spice it up, or I don't know. Toss that in the comments below. But as always, love somebody, hurt nobody, and touch your body. I'll see you on the next Nightwave, Tenno. Bye-bye!